With the new regionals, I believe that ties should definitely be at least slowed down. Because I saw a guy that had 7 ties yesterday. Like, that's not even a fun tournament. If you don't even finish a single game, like, I don't understand that for my life. I had 2 ties, and they were both games I could have won easily in the next 2 turns. Like, at least maybe 5 turns would be good, or 65 minutes, or 60 minutes. That's just how
I don't
feel
know.
about it.
I like best of 3, but the ties are insane. Like, I have friends with like 5 ties, and it's really kind of unfortunate that people can just, like, if they're losing, just play for a tie and get a point, and then just kind of screw someone over who should have won. Especially with, like, in game 3 when you got the game and someone could just stall it out. But as far as for me, like, I didn't get any ties, and all my games played out as they should have, so it didn't affect me personally, but it seems to be a big problem for a lot of people though.
So I should say it was good because I did well, but 15 minutes is definitely not enough time to do 3 rounds. Basically, if you're a slower player, you have to win the first 2 games to win the series. If you lose one and then win the next one, your chances are 80% you're going to tie. And I don't really like that rule.
Well, there's too many ties for one. I had 2 ties. One of the games, it was pretty clear I was going to win the next turn, and we'd run out of time. I think the 50 minutes is clearly not enough time, and it really just makes you question a lot of decisions because you're trying to play really fast at a lot of the time, especially when you're behind. And in general, I think the whole thing is just, it doesn't work. We didn't have enough, like, we have like, what, 180 players or whatever it is, and we get 8 rounds, top 8. We need to play more rounds. It's really hard to make a top 8 in that, and nobody had any clue what was going to make top 8. I mean, I think it was Jason Martinez or one of them went 5-0-3 and actually made the cut, which is, I mean, it's a great record, but there should not be that many ties. It's very clear we need more time to finish the game.
I like the best 2 out of 3. I think that the 50 minutes put a lot of time pressure on people that I think many people weren't used to, so there were I experienced a lot of ties, and I didn't really like that so much. You have to be very conscious of your and your opponent's use of time and pace of game, and I think that it's just an element of the game that I'm not used to yet, so it's something that I'm going to need to practice more, and I think that a lot of players will need to alter their play style.
For myself, it didn't really affect me at all. All my games, except for one, were pretty much 2-0 or 0-2. So it basically just lengthened the tournament for me. But I know a lot of other players were experiencing a lot of ties, and so that can be really annoying to them. So I think the tie system itself is fine, but that the round should be extended.
I think it's good. I think it would be good for the game because, I mean, I think ties can happen a little too often. So I don't know, I think they can change something with that. I think it'd be better to do, like, if you make it to game 3, at the end of the turn 3, it should be like whoever's ahead on prizes. And if you're tied on prizes, then you get a tie. I think that'd be a little better. But other than that, I mean, I didn't have any ties, so I don't really have the opinion on like how, like, I have friends that have 4 ties, you know, and that's, I don't know, that'd be weird. Yeah. But I mean, some of them would have been a loss anyway, so it's not that bad, you know. And then I think everyone eventually will just be playing a lot quicker, and like maybe like after 6 months, like everyone will play quicker, and ties might just happen less often as well. Because if everyone's playing fast, you know, you get 3 games done.